Welcome back to another video. This is Mario with Elevation Blueprint. If you want to find out more information about our programs, other classes, our organization, or to become a donor, be sure to visit blueprintlife.org. Alright, so in this tutorial, what we're going to go over is how to make things a little bit easier by using keyboard shortcuts. Okay, so one of the ways we looked at before in the previous video was to use templates, which is something I love doing because I'm not as creative as some people, so it gives me direction. This here, though, some of the shortcuts I'm going to show you today are really going to help you out when it comes to whether you made a mistake, move around, things of that nature. Because remember, you're typing as a word processor. You're using the keys a lot, things like that. So if you can get familiar with the keys, you don't have to worry about going home or insert or undoing a last command or something like that, or fixing a mistake. You can do this all from your keyboard, so that way it keeps you going and doesn't slow you down. So to kind of start out with, I know this will be basic, and for most of you, you'll already know how to do this, but one of the things is when you're working with Microsoft Word, sometimes you're typing really fast, and let's just use that. I didn't mean to make that a capitalized letter. So, I've showed you before how to use your mouse. If you double click, it gives you the whole word, and sometimes it's hard to get in between to the specific letter you want. So, one way to move around, obviously, is to use the arrow keys. The arrow keys are on your keyboard, up, down, left, right, and you can use those to kind of move around to the specific spot you want. Okay. This next one that I'm about to show you is amazing. Okay, let's say you make a mistake. I've done this. For some reason, you double click. Oh my goodness, I deleted my entire paragraph. How do I get it back? Oh no. Well, don't do anything else. Make sure you don't do anything else. But the great thing about Microsoft Word is that it saves each step basically of what you've been doing. So what you want to do is look for the CTRL button or control button on your keyboard, hold that down, and then as you're holding it down, tap the letter Z, and there you go. So that actually puts it back for you. It undoes your last command or whatever it is you were trying to do. So this one will save you guys, because I know I've done that a few times, especially using a laptop. When you're using, say, a touchpad or things like that, sometimes you double click and you don't mean to and you delete it. So this is great to do, okay? This doesn't save your entire document, but it does help fix a mistake you just did. So definitely one you want to use. Another one I really like using is copying and pasting, okay? So this is another one. So with this, we're going to have a few buttons, okay? If you want to select the entire thing, you can double click, right? Maybe that doesn't work, just like mine, right? So what you would do is you would hit Control, the CTRL button, and the A button. The A for all selects everything, okay? Now, say you don't want to do the whole thing. You just want a paragraph, okay? You would just highlight it, and by highlighting again, you are going to hold down your left mouse button and then drag the mouse where you want it to go, okay? So there we go. From here, you're going to hit the CTRL button and the C button, which is for copy, okay? Now let's move it around. I don't want to do it again, so let's make some space. And then to paste is going to be Control or CTRL and the V button. Don't know why it's a V, but it's there. So that allows you to paste. Whoops, I made a mistake, didn't want to put it there. How do I fix it? Control Z. Let's put it back, okay? So just in those things, right? Control A selects everything, highlights everything. This might be useful for formatting. Remember, changing your font or changing a color? That's a great way to do it. Control C copies, Control V pastes. Now remember, a copy is different than cutting. Let's talk about cutting really quickly. So as you can see here, the copy just takes this, places it again, right? So I can keep doing it, 3 or 4 times. For that. So let's remove these. All right. But say I want to move this paragraph up here. I don't like the way it's written. I think I want to put it up here at the top. So here's what you can do. It's called cutting. You're not copying anymore. You're actually going to move it. So the way you would do that, Control and X. Now it looks like it deleted it, right? But it didn't. Let's move it up here. So Control V will paste again, and there it goes. So Control X will cut it, remove it, and place it somewhere else. Control C will copy it, and then to paste on either or, whether it's C or X, is going to be Control V. All right. Now remember, I have a list for these, but I want you to see how these work and how they can be useful for you. Now I'm ready to save. All right. Control S, save as. So that's one way to do it there. Okay. So for now, we're going to go ahead and leave that, but go ahead and play around, do some things, move it around. Let's see how that works for you. If you have any questions, remember, you can always leave a comment in the classroom. Until next time, guys, take care.